Alright, we are back. We just saw Iceheart convince her people to leave Ishgard, and learned that Hraesvelgr had given Nidhogg one of his eyes. Now we're going to talk to Horchefant. That was rather too close for comfort, but it would seem that calm is returning to the streets. My mind, however, yet clamors with 1,000 questions. You return to Ishgard in the oddest of company, my friend. He who would not be denied. That, my friends, was rather too close to comfort. But, okay. Just repeated a line. Praise Helone that things did not end in bloodshed. I confess I was more than a little dismayed to see you in the company of Lady Iceheart. Whatever is going on, Asuka? Long story. Beg pardon, you traveled to the Churning Mists together, along with Estinian? Never was there a more unlikely alliance, nor one so magnificently effective. Nidhogg dead, the heretics pacified. Father and Sir Emmerich must know of this. Let us break the news to them together. I will bring Sir Emmerich to Four Temps Manor. Yes, an excellent suggestion. Very well, Asuka. And Asuka and I shall await you there. Yep. Oh, I took the long way. We can teleport. No time to talk, gatekeep.
Praise Helone, you are safe.
My safety was never in doubt, Father, for I had the Azure Dragoon and the Warrior of Light by my side. We bring the most wonderful tidings.
Just telling the story.
The infamous Lady Iceheart, here in Ishgard? This is most unexpected.
She has done much to quell the violence. The Inquisition may not approve, but we are glad of her presence.
And with the Great Worm's demise, even our nation's more reactionary elements will have scant grounds to press for her immediate impeachment.
My thoughts exactly.
What of the truth revealed to us by Hraesvelgr? That the origins of the Dragonsong War, a core tenet of Ishgardian faith, are quite unlike those depicted in the scriptures.
That men and dragons once lived together in harmony, and that it was man's treachery which shattered the peace and plunged our peoples into war.
The same scripture also describes the origins of the High Houses. Were it exposed as false, the legitimacy of our rule would be called into question. If both Highborn and Lowborn can trace their ancestry to Thordan and his Knights 12.
But a single sip of dragon's blood is required to confirm their lineage.
If the Holy See knew of this and chose to remain silent, their crimes are grievous indeed. Regardless, this state of affairs cannot be allowed to continue.
Sir Emmerich, you cannot mean to raise this matter with the Archbishop.
Pray consider what you are proposing. If the Holy See chose to conceal the truth for centuries, what reason would they have to reveal it now?
At best, you will be branded a heretic and clapped in irons.
Then at least the Archbishop will have shown his true colors. My friends, this war will never truly be at an end until the truth is made known. You must see what lies on the horizon if it is not. When ruled by fear of a common enemy, we were united. But now we have none. During the war, the highborn needed men to lead, and the lowborn men to follow. Not anymore. 'Tis but a matter of time before the old order is called into question. Lady Iceheart will share the truth with her followers, and the Holy See will be powerless to stop its spread. The disenfranchised will rise up united, and blood will flow in the streets once more. A divided Ishgard will not survive.
Tread carefully, Lord Commander.
My lady, is it wise to let him go? I sympathize with the Lord Commander's desire for reform, but to approach the Archbishop in this manner bespeaks an idealism to which I did not think Sir Emeric prone.
Though he comports himself as a realist, he has long dreamt of reform. 'Twas that idealism which first drew me to him, that which made me swear an oath to serve. We must not think of ways to hinder his cause, but rather ways to aid it, even should the Holy See cry heresy.
You cannot mean...
If the Lord Commander does not return from the vault at the appointed hour, I mean to go and fetch him.
Have care, my lady. Your words border on treason. Should they reach the wrong ears, you will be declared an enemy of Ishgard.
That is a risk I am willing to take. Lest you forget, my lord, I am not born of this land. My loyalty is to the Lord Commander alone. But I speak only of what may come to pass. If the rumors regarding his heritage are to be believed, we have naught to fear.
Lies and slander.
Forgive me, what rumors are these?
That Sir Emeric is the Archbishop's bastard son. Senior clergy are not permitted to marry and sire children. But even the holiest among us are not immune to temptation.
I labor to believe it. Sir Emeric is truly the Archbishop's son.
He has never been publicly acknowledged as such. But the rumors have plagued him since childhood. That he rose to his current position, despite being despised as a bastard and accused of profiting from his father's influence, bespeaks the quality of his character. It is my hope that on this occasion, the burden of his birth will work in his favor. Should our worst fears be realized, the Archbishop will not be so quick to execute his own flesh and blood, affording us time to mount a rescue.
Bastard or trueborn, he is our nation's best hope. If the Holy See dares to threaten him, I shall lead the charge against the vault myself.
Hear, hear! The future of Ishgard rests on Sir Emeric's shoulders. I too will do mine utmost to aid his cause.
Orshafon, be reasonable.
A knight lives to serve, Father. To aid those in need. The people need Sir Emeric more than ever, and we may be his only hope. There is no greater calling for a knight than to save the life of his fellow man. I swear to you, on the sigil of our house, that I shall do this and make you proud.
Even you? Romantic, reckless fools, the lot of you. So be it. Make your preparations.
I thank you all for your support.
Though your assistance is most welcome, I fear it will not be enough. Few as we are, we will struggle to reach the Lord Commander. If we are to succeed, we must needs recruit others to our cause. Ill-weather friends. But how are we to carry out this bold endeavor? Even with an army of knights at our backs, a direct assault on the vault seems unlikely to succeed. You are correct, Master Alfino. Not even the assembled might of House Forthouse and the Temple Knights would be sufficient. With the support of another party, however, we may yet stand a chance. You speak of one of the other high houses. Precisely the opposite. I speak of the revolutionaries rumored to reside in the Broom. 'Twas these disgruntled Ishgardians who opened the gates of our city to the heretics, I believe. But of course, if their hatred of the Holy See drove them to such deeds, they might well be persuaded to assist in Sir Emmerich's rescue, knowing the truth he would lay bare. Such is my hope, Master Alfino, and I would have you and Asuka reach out to them. As a Temple Knight and sworn servant of the Holy See, any overtures I make are doomed to fail. But as outsiders, the two of you may receive a warmer welcome. Very well. We shall seek out the leader of these revolutionaries and make our case. My thanks, Estinian. Will your brothers heed your command if you order them to stand aside? The dragoons have no love for politics, my lady. They will gladly watch and wait while the Highborn fight amongst themselves. How very wise. Asuka, we should hurry to the Forgotten Knight. Vitaru may have knowledge of the revolutionaries. Well then. To the Forgotten Knight. Asuka, Alfino, gods, I've been worried sick. It's so good to see you. And you, Tataru. How did you manage to escape the chaos in the streets? Gibralont and the others barricaded the doors until the heretics left. No one was harmed, thankfully. But what about you two? What came of your journey? Asuka tells the story. You're not serious. What was Sir Emmerich thinking? I mean, the way you two talk about him, I wouldn't have believed. Anyway, I've heard rumors of the people you're looking for, but I doubt they'll be of much use. The only thing I can say with any certainty is that they're led by someone called the Mongrel. A queer moniker if ever I've heard one, but mayhap it will make the individual in question easier to find. Come, let us make inquiries below. Okay. Whee! A mongrel? Not sure I catch your meaning. To a blue blood, we're all of us dogs down here. Well then. What about you? Yeah, what's that? Speak up. I can't hear as well as I used to. And you? Are they throwing snowballs at me? I don't know a god's damn thing about the mongrel, but if I did, you can be sure I wouldn't tell you. They're throwing snowballs. Well, watch this. Where is it? I know I have it. There it is. Back up to Elfino. Oh, he's down? Where are you? Oh. Not a single shred of information. Just as I expected. These revolutionaries would not have evaded capture for so long without the masses' complicity. Still, it is good to know that Tataru's ears are as sharp as ever. The spice of life. Frustrating though it may be, we must press on. While I continue speaking with the people of the Broom, why not go and see if Gibralont knows aught of value? As the proprietor of the Forgotten Knight, surely he must have heard whispers of the Mongrel before. We can only hope that he will be more forthcoming than the others. Alright. We can do that. Oh, Gibralont. You know, people long for a sympathetic ear, but they need to know that it comes with tight lips. Discretion, Oscar. That's what my customers expect. And if they don't get it, then I don't get them. That being said, I'm not without my sympathies. I've heard the tales, and I know you've done right by highborn and lowborn alike. I don't know what was going on with my accent there. Least I can do is point you in the right direction, but to do that, I'll need you to do something for me. So happens there's a hunter up in the Crozier who owes me a fair bit of coin. However, I've agreed to accept payment in fresh herbs. Go and get them for me, agreed? Alright, I'll do the chore so you make introductions. Oh, a Manalane's here. You there.
So, you're Gibralant's errand girl. Good, good. How's he doing? Same as always. Right, right. Any road, I hope he appreciates how much trouble I had to go through on account of his bloody herbs. Tell him to enjoy them while they last, because I doubt I'll be able to find any more next year.
Okay. Forgotten Night. Well, you gonna hand them over or not? Here you go. Ah, this ought to do it. With a few other spices, I can make it just like she used to. There are a few things which stir the hearts of men like a sip of mulled wine. Share a glass with the right people. Who knows what stories they'll share? Noble indiscretions. Now that I think on it, there's a woman I know who's rather fond of this blend. Hyritha is her name, and she resides in the Pillars. She's a maidservant to some noble house or another. I forget. Anyway, it'd be a shame if she didn't get to try this wine. Why not give her a bottle? Are you just having me do chores? Let's see. That looks like the closest one. Is Hyritha. Yes, I'm Hyritha, beg your pardon. But I don't know you, miss. Want some old wine? I know this smell. This is the wine that girl used to prepare. Her special recipe. It must be decades since I last tasted this. Oh, the poor dear. Such a shame that she was taken in by that Baron. He cut a dashing figure, I'll grant you that. Tall, slender, long of ear. But those dazzling ruby eyes of his were filled with lust. It was not more than infatuation, what she felt, but she convinced herself it was love, and he couldn't help but take advantage. But when her belly started to grow, gods, the scandal! I mean, 'tis not an uncommon occurrence, but that it was with a hure made it so much, well, I needn't tell you. She was discharged from his service, cast out into the streets like so much refuse. After she returned to the broom, we drifted apart. I only learned of her death years later by chance. That seems important. This must not be just regular chores then. Back to Gibralont. So, the amorous nobleman beds the maidservant, then casts her aside when the sea takes root. Not the most original tale, is it? Cold comfort for the women and children who live it, though. A child apart. Even the penitent can appreciate wine from time to time. Take Gerald Yeo, for example. Surely you've heard of him, no? He's a monk who offers succor to the poorest of the poor in the broom. A man of many vows, but none of which prohibit spirituous beverages. Ah, if ever there was a man who deserved a drink, it'd be him. I see what you're doing now. You can't tell me who the mongrel is, but you can let me find out for myself. Hello, Gerald here. Halone's blessings be upon you, miss. A gift for me. The scent, how reminiscent of a wine once made by a dear old friend. May her soul rest in peace. Forsaken by her family, she toiled tirelessly to feed and clothe her child. Yet somehow she found time to help me tend to those in even worse circumstances. So compassionate she was, so full of love for her fellow man. It was that love which gave her child strength to endure the scorn of the other younglings. That girl, bless her heart, she couldn't help what she was. Eventually she won them over. Those first few years were trying, even more so when when she had to start fending for herself. I remember days she spent standing on the walls, raven black hair flowing in the wind, staring out as if searching for her mother's face in the mists. We have a description now. Let's see. You got more wine for me to hand out there? Gibralont. She was a remarkable woman. Well, that's not his voice. She was a remarkable woman, Asuka. After everything she was forced to endure, she still remained hopeful for the future. For her daughter's future. Bloodlines. Some bonds are thicker than blood, but blood still defines us, and divides us in the end. It's the legacy of our parents, Asuka, and we can't escape it no matter how hard we try. So the mongrel and her pups chose to embrace theirs, to proclaim it to all and sundry. If you can understand that, then maybe you can find her on your own. Maybe. Blanc. Ready to talk to in here? No. Hello. Still looking for your mongrel? Like I said before, take your pick. Plenty around, if you know where to look. Did you fancy someone specific? I'm looking for a mongrel with ruby eyes and raven black hair. Oh, got some unusual tastes. I'm afraid I can't help you though. Won't, rather. It's bloody obvious you ain't a broom. Do you think I'll just tell you because you asked nicely? Well, maybe. Guess we'll go talk to Alpha now. Alphino. Have you made any progress, Asuka? Sorta? So our mongrel was born of an Elysian nobleman and a Huron maidservant. Granted, it is no location, but it is far more information than we had before. Yes, now that her striking features are known to us, mayhap we need only remain vigilant. Fire and blood. There must be a way we can draw the mongrel out into the open. Mayhap we should discuss this with Tataru. Speaking of which, where is Tataru? Oh confound it, she went below to make enquiries of her own, didn't she? We must find her quickly, Asuka. I have a premonition this is not going to end well. Let's go find her. Tataru, where are you? No sign of Tataru. Are there any places to look over here? No. In here? No. Oh. ran right past one? Dag nabbit. Oh, no, that one was probably placed after I looked at the first one. Tataru. She must be somewhere, around here somewhere. I take it you had no luck either. Nope. Oh, I'm sorry, forget I said anything. Wait, down there, isn't that Tataru? Those men are chasing her. Quickly, Asuka, after them. Well, yeah. We can't very well let them hurt her.
Where do you think you're going, Missy?
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to offend.
What's going on here?
What's it to you, boy? Piss off.
Hold on, I've seen them around. They're in and out of House 4 Tom's Manor all the time.
Oh, I see. Skulking about at your highborn master's bidding, eh? Bloodhounds hoping to catch a whiff of heresy, is that it?
No.
You are quite mistaken, I assure you. We came here to help. And if you know what's good for you, you will let us pass.
Haha! Listen to the pups yapping. Come here, boy. I'll give you cause to yelp.
Enough! Leave threatening women and children to our betters. We don't have the knack.
Hilda!
Lay a finger on the Blue Bloods' pups, and you're like to lose the hand. And often I get called on by glorious heroes like yourself. So tell me, what have I done to deserve you?
Before you start, let's go somewhere a bit more private, eh? The Forgotten Knight, it's say. Sure. She has one of the better entrances of the characters in this game, I think. Uh-oh, it's a duty. So, guess we just told her what's going on.
So, while you're on your way to kill Nidhogg, You stumbled on some dirty secrets that the Holy See has been hiding for centuries.
Eh? What are they on about?
The High Houses. And what makes a nobleman so bleeding noble? They trace their blood back to King Thordan and his Knights 12, the founders of Ishgard. But our friends here reckon we're all descended from the heroes of Eld. Highborn and lowborn alike. And so Sir Emeric, Lord Commander of the Temple Knights, has gone to ask the Archbishop if he wouldn't mind letting everyone know.
Is he simple? The old bastard will have him executed for heresy.
Well, seems to me that's what the good sir wants. Seems he thinks a noble sacrifice will serve to prove his claims.
We cannot stand idly by and allow Sir Emeric to do this. Ishgard has need of him.
Look, you've a good heart, I can see that. Willing to risk your neck for someone else even when his troubles ain't yours. But what's this got to do with me?
If Sir Emeric is imprisoned in the vault, we will need all the help we can muster to breach their defenses and rescue him.
What in the hells?
Uh-oh.
Ah, the unmistakable scent of heresy. And what do we have here? The honored guests of House Fortom consorting with the Queen of Rats. Ooh, plotting insurrection, I shouldn't wonder. That won't do. Sickness is wont to fester and spread. It must be burnt out ere the infection takes hold.
I reckon Sir would be happy to wield the irons himself. Well, so happens I've got irons of my own.
Such simple creatures, rats. Certain to attack when cornered. Let us step outside, milady. In here, your toys could hurt someone.
Well, time to fight a member of the Heavens Ward. Quashifant showed up.
There's no denying your gifts. A well-deserved reputation indeed.
Enough!
How did he do that?
Lucky bastard.
Nay, 'tis we who are lucky. Had we fought on, 'twas but a matter of time before our conflict claimed the life of an innocent bystander.
I thought the Heavens Ward might come here as well.
They came to the Temple Knights' headquarters.
Aye. Sir Grinno announced that the Lord Commander had been imprisoned under suspicion of heresy, and that the Heavens Ward had been granted full authority in his stead.
Then the Heavens Ward now commands the Temple Knights.
Those still loyal to Sir Emmerich answer to me. Alas, that amounts to but half our number. The other half, who opposed his promotion to Lord Commander, have gathered at the vault as ordered.
Bolstering the guard already, eh? If I didn't know any better, I'd say you were expected.
I take it you're in charge around here?
Hilda. And yes, the young master was just persuading me to join his lost cause. Convincing little beggar, isn't he? Aye. Your passion moved me. A bit. That, and the fact that we're sick of living off the leavings of our betters. If you've a mind to change things around here, then we've a mind to join you.
Let me guess, you're wondering why I chose the mongrel, right? Because it's what I am. I'm not ashamed of it. Not anymore. Besides, even my pureblood pups have more in common with me than the lords and ladies up on high. They none of them are well bred. Hells, some of their mothers were cast out after a spot of fun, same as mine. Story old as time, and one we're sick of hearing. Which is why we took up arms. Not that we mean to hold all the blue bloods to account. Some have done right by us, I'll allow, like them in House Hylenar. Of course, you'd know all about that, wouldn't you? But enough talk. Your friend's still rotting in a cell. Let's not keep him waiting. Yes, let's not. Knight's Calling. We've been working in secret to undermine the Holy See and the High Houses. That much I'll acknowledge. But this nonsense about us throwing wide the gates for the heretics is just that. Nonsense. If not you, then who? Oh, that's not her business. You Temple Knights, of course. Reckoned it was your beloved Sir Emmerich's doing it first. Then I heard how he lost his head. My next best guess would be the Heavens Ward. That way, they'd have the perfect excuse to go door to door through the broom, slaughter the heretics and their sympathizers in one fell swoop. But the Heavens Ward scheme did not account for Lady Iceheart's intervention, and so they have been forced to improvise. A fine bloody mess, isn't it? Ain't it? But the die is cast, so what's the plan? We must divert the attention of the high houses away from the city and do that, we need the cooperation of your allies in their service. And what makes you think I have friends in high places? You would be fools not to, given your goals. Low-born knights are ideal recruits. Most swore fealty only out of desire for a better life. If offered an opportunity to shed the yoke and live for themselves, who among them would not at least be tempted to take it? Rare is the man eager to die for a cause he does not hold dear, but indeed not come to that this day. If they and their fellow knights are deployed afield to deal with a new threat, a massing of heretics for example, then they will be unable to join in the defense of the vault. Huh, spread false reports of an attack to get them out of harm's way, you mean? The city will not soon forget the heretics' last assault. If the high houses believe another attack is imminent, they will have no choice but to act. Can it be done? Can we trick him into leaving Ishgard? Aye. Can we keep him out for long? Not bloody likely. Make sure you're ready before I send word, because you won't get a second chance at this. Then it is decided. To the vault. The Archbishop must be held to account. And the Lord Commander granted his liberty. Lucia? Hearken to me, everyone. We have two objectives. Rescue Sir Emmerich and apprehend the Archbishop. We will therefore divide our forces into two parties. Lord Horsefont, Estinian, Master Elfino, and I will make ready to breach the underground gale in search of the Lord Commander. We will not move, however, until the second party has entered the vault. I speak of your party, Warrior of Light. For this plan to succeed, you will need to fight your way into the highest levels of the vault, even unto the Archbishop's private chambers. When the Heavens Ward realize what you intend, they will fly to their master's side, leaving only a token force to guard the gale. Temple Knights loyal to our cause will have already secured the entrance to the vault. Once you are within, they will signal to us. If all goes to plan, we shall rejoin you with Sir Emmerich and confront the Archbishop together. Is everyone clear as to their duties? Then let us do what must needs be done. Where we sit time-wise? Okay. Hello, Temple Knight Squire. The others are in position, Mistress Oscar. I will send word once you and your party have entered. Alright, so we're gonna cut this episode just a tad short so that it doesn't run long by storming the vault. So when we come back, we're gonna go rescue Sir Emmerich.